Should Ryan Garcia really pull out of the Devin Haney fight? Guys, I think this is a really interesting topic that I think we should discuss in this video. That's why, I'm ultimately making it. And I think Ryan Garcia, obviously, we know he's talented. We know that there's been a lot of chaos within the sport of boxing regarding his name. And, people are concerned. People genuinely think there's something wrong with him right now. He's not mentally fit to be in the ring. He's even being asked to take a test by the Commission of New York for the sport of boxing to actually, if he wants to perform on April 20th, if he actually wants to compete, he may have to take a mental test to see whether or not he's, suitable, to fight, if he's mentally fit to fight. And that's interesting to me because I've talked about how, if other boxers were forced to take it, I feel like a lot of people wouldn't, pass it. Not even Ryan Garcia. It's just boxers, mentally they're competitive. They're animals. Like they're different breeds. Some of them are crazy. So for Ryan Garcia, I obviously, want to see this fight happen from a boxing fan perspective. I think that this fight is a mega fight. I think this fight has the potential to do more than Tank and Ryan. I think it could be, right there with it and even surpass it, because I think, especially with Ryan Garcia, what he's done recently on social media, a lot of people outside of the sport of boxing are aware of his presence, especially now, and they want to see him fight because they're curious. This kid's, people think that he's doing drugs, people think that he's an alcoholic, so to see him fight would be interesting to them. So I think a lot of people are now invested in Ryan Garcia. That makes the fight a lot bigger, even bigger than what it already was. Two big names with Devin Haney and Ryan. So I wouldn't be surprised if it breaks 1.2 million. I wouldn't be surprised if it goes right next to it or breaks 1 million. So like either way, I think this is going to be a big fight. I'm not saying it's going to be the best fight ever or the most competitive fight. I think we all pick Devin to win, but Ryan still has that left hook that we know is dangerous and nobody's safe from it. Despite Devin Haney, obviously I think Devin's going to be smart in there. I think he's going to be very strategic in his approach. I don't think he's going to just go in there and let Ryan Garcia land a left hook on him. He's just too elite for that. He's too slick. He's intelligent and he uses that IQ. And he stays sharp throughout 12 rounds. If he has to go to the decision, he doesn't really stop fighters, Devin Haney, but ultimately, against a guy like Ryan Garcia, I'm just not sure he's on Devin's level when it comes to a boxing match. And we know Ryan Garcia wants to make it a fight. It's just easier said than done when it comes to a guy of Devin Haney's caliber. And I'm excited. I'm really excited for this fight. I checked my phone and I said, hey, it's almost March 20th, meaning that, a month from then, that would be the Ryan Garcia versus Devin Haney fight taking place at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York. But ultimately, like, it has to go down. Like, Ryan Garcia has to be there. And, we're here to talk about whether or not he should pull out. And I think, obviously, in my opinion, if it's legit, like, there's genuinely stuff going on with Ryan Garcia's life right now, and, he can't handle it, he can't focus and train, and there's just other stuff he has to deal with, by all means, take care of your mental health and pull out. No matter what, I think the boxing world is going to show him some scrutiny. They're going to criticize him, but that's inevitable. It comes with the territory of being a superstar, being someone who's in a big fight against a big name in Devin Haney. So it's a lose-lose in some sense. If he were to pull out, there's no easy way to pull out of this fight. So, in my opinion, if you're going to pull out, do it now just to, rip off the Band-Aid. But ultimately, I don't want to see Ryan Garcia pull out of this fight because I think it's a fight that, could give him a lot of respect if he does it correctly, if he, has a disciplined training camp. And we're we're about a month away from the fight, a little bit more than a month. So I think Ryan Garcia, if he's going to make the decision to pull out of the fight himself, he has to do it really soon. Otherwise, people are going to, really start to go at him. And I think, he's talked a lot on social media about cults. He's talked about, Logan Paul, KSI wanting to fight Jake Paul. He hates the, prime that belongs to Logan Paul and KSI. And just a lot of conspiracy theories about, Bohemian Grove and, a bunch of crazy stuff. The elites, people who are of a higher, socioeconomic standard, more than you could even believe. There's all stuff that is kind of taking from, different niche groups to ultimately get them to watch the fight. Like that could very well be what Ryan Garcia is trying to do, but also, you know, he's kind of taken it to an extreme level where people think he's crazy. You hear him talking in tongues, you know, talking to spirits, stuff like that. So people are getting a little bit concerned about this Devin Haney fight, as am I. But I feel like it's a month away, and it seems like, you know, a lot of people are concerned that Ryan Garcia is not actually training. So it's an interesting topic. You know, I'm obviously all in favor to see the fight. I obviously, as a fan, who wouldn't want to see Ryan Garcia get in there with Devin Haney? And a lot of people have been talking about, you know, this isn't the fight they wanted. They wanted to see Devin and Tank, you know, but if you can't get that fight, why not watch Devin and Ryan Garcia? Would you guys rather rather watch a fight between Devin Haney and, you know, some other guy who may be, you know, in the ring more talented than Ryan Garcia, but it's not Ryan Garcia. It's not someone of his name, you know, someone who has that name, who is a draw, and someone of that caliber in terms of, you know, they bring fans to watch the fight. You know, you ultimately, if you're Devin Haney, even if you're Devin, you don't want another opponent, because ultimately Ryan Garcia has so many fans. So Devin, by beating Ryan, he's going to try to gain some of Ryan's following and say, okay, this guy beat my favorite fighter. Let's see what he's able to do in his career. Let's see what he's able to accomplish. If he beats my favorite fighter, then, you know, he has my respect and I'll support him as well. So it's just, you know, it's very strategic, to the point where, you know, you can't even tell, you know, what's real or not. Does Ryan Garcia have control over what's going on, or is it, you know, genuinely out of his hands? Is it going to get to the point where he needs to pull out of the fight? Because if he has to do it, you know, relatively soon, because a month is going to go by like that. And if he pulls out, you know, a week before the fight and blames it on, even if a doctor decides a week before the fight that he can't fight, imagine the scrutiny, imagine the boxing world. If you guys know how toxic the boxing world gets, imagine like what Ryan Garcia would have to go through. You know, that would destroy his mental health. And he's talked about and has been very vocal about, you know, his mental health issues in general. So just imagine what that would do if he pulled out, you know, a week prior in comparison to, you know, now. Like, I feel like it wouldn't be as bad if he did it now. It'd be bad, don't get me wrong. He'd hear a lot from the boxing world. They'd accuse him of ducking, you know, especially, you know, Bill and Devin Haney. I'm not sure they'd be too respectful, because it's gotten to the level where this fight is almost personal, because they are 3-3 in the amateurs. They said everything that they said to each other at the press conferences. So now it's become, you know, not just friendly competition. It's not only, you know, they're 3-3 in the amateurs. Now it's, you know, you said this about my family, you've said that about my family. So, you know, there's only one way to settle it, and that's to settle it in the ring. But if Ryan Garcia is not, you know, fit for it, then it would let a lot of, you know, boxing fans down. And I just don't want to see that. I don't want to see that for the sport. I don't want to see that for Ryan Garcia. It would just be a big mess. So, like, let me know in the comments what you guys think. Do you guys think Ryan Garcia should pull out of the fight? And how legit is this? Is Ryan Garcia just promoting the fight, or is it, you know, something serious? Let me know in the comments what you guys think. I'm always, you know, reading the comments and checking out what you guys have to say. But let me know in the comments. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace. That's going to do it for another Naz Fight Media video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's been your boy, Matt Nabong, with another video. Hope you guys enjoyed it all. Thank you guys for the constant support. Salute to y'all always. It's been your boy.